If you get a speeding ticket, you owe it to yourself to use Off the Record. Click the link in the description to find out more. Hey everybody, it's Charlie from Daily Motor. Today we've got the sound system demo on the 2022 Audi e-tron GT and its 16-speaker Bang & Olufsen premium audio system. This is going to be an in-depth review. We're going to take a look at how this infotainment system works, take a look at audio controls, adjustments, speaker locations, Android Auto, and Apple CarPlay, then go out on the road and listen to these sample tracks while we're rolling, and I'll give you my thoughts at the end. If you don't care about any of that stuff at the beginning, you just want to hear the music, click ahead in the video. I've got chapters to get you right to the tunes. And if you're tired of hearing the same songs on every single video, sign up to become a Daily Motor member. We are shooting a members-only sound system test for this car where we'll be listening to copyrighted, unique music recommended by members like you. So if you're interested, hit that join button. Before we get started, let's hop out and take a look at it. This car is awesome. It's super fast. We're talking about 600 horsepower and dual motor, 93 kilowatt hour battery. We're gonna go test the range here in just a little bit, but just look at the profile on this thing and the wheels, the stance, everything makes it cool. If you do want to see more on this RS e-tron GT, check the links in the description. We've got that range test and a little review as well. Now, we always do these tests with lossless, uncompressed WAV audio files on a USB stick plug directly into the system, and high-quality Roland binaural microphones in both of my ears, giving you the most realistic audio system demo on YouTube. We also do these tests with the sound settings set to their factory defaults. Let's take a look at those now. I like the infotainment system overall from Audi. My one qualm is that many things take too many clicks. A very well-designed touchscreen, you can do the most in the fewest amount of clicks. So menus aren't very deep or anything. You'll find that you're clicking through a lot of things. Like for example, if I want to go change the ambient lighting, that's one click, a lot of delay in there. I'm already lost. We need the car settings. There we go. 2 swipe, 3 click, wait, 4 click, 5 click, and there we go. We can change the lights. So certain things are really far away. Thank goodness they have this little quick menu on the left side to get you back to music. Here we are, the media screen, but we're actually going to pull down to do audio adjustments. I like that quick menu there. You've got adjustments for treble, bass, subwoofer, front, rear, left, right, balance, and fader, a front, rear, or all focus, surround, 3D effects, and a speed-dependent volume control. So let's go through all those now. Look at how nice and easy that is to adjust. We're going to keep the 3D effect off, surround low, and everything else zeroed out because that's going to be giving us the most true audio experience for both these recordings and as the audio engineers intended. For audio adjustments, you've got this really nice volume scroller. I love when manufacturers have scroller knobs on the wheel. It's just such a quick and easy way to adjust volume, and then you can click it to do a quick mute. Mercedes in the S-Class we just reviewed, they got rid of the knob, and it's a haptic thing now. I don't like it as much. Then you also have this nifty little controller here. You can swipe to change the volume. And then for track selection, you click back and forth on here. You can use the touch screen if you're in the right menu and click around there, or you can use these controls on the right side of the wheel right by the volume control. Really good layout of physical controls there on Audi's part. For audio inputs, you have your standard AM. Where are we here? For radio, I'm gonna have to mute this real quick because I don't want any copyrighted stuff coming through. Stop. Source. AM, FM, no, there's no AM. See, this is why I wanted to check. There's just FM and Sirius XM and then online streaming options. So no AM radio in here. And then we go back to media. You've got Bluetooth, USB-C ports, Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, and that is it. So what does that mean you're missing? Well, you don't have a 3.5mm auxiliary input jack, not a big deal there. No AM radio, typically not a big deal for people, but some people might care about that. No USB-A. And then I'm gonna have to double check when we do the Android Auto and Apple CarPlay demos. I gotta check to see if wireless CarPlay and Android Auto is supported. So we'll follow up on that. For audio speaker locations, this is a 16 speaker system. Starting in the bottom left, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hopping around to the back. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 in the back deck lid, and then a 16 subwoofer in the rear. All right, let's take a look at that Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. We're gonna start out with Android Auto because I've already got my Android phone synced up here. Let's see if it gives us an option. I don't think it prompted me to do wireless Android Auto, so let's see. Now connect your iPhone to the vehicle to be able to use CarPlay. Okay. So let's start out with CarPlay then. Unfortunately, I am going to have to stop the music because I've only got one USB-A to USB-C adapter. So you see, carry around one of these little adapters here. You can plug in using your usual cables. It's kind of tough to see into this area here, but here we are. Apple CarPlay, we get the prompt. Yes, and my previous connection. Allow, enable. Okay, so there is wireless CarPlay. That's good. You can see it's coming up here now. It looks really nice, but I can unplug the phone and we should still have CarPlay. There we go. It took its sweet time, but it happened. Looks really nice on the screen. You still have the left side controls for getting back to the rest of your system, but CarPlay looking good, working well. There are your settings, your music, and we need to reload our maps on this offline phone, but we'll do that at some point. All right, how about Android Auto? Let's get that one plugged in. Here we are with Android Auto. You can see it's not the widescreen format, just standard Android Auto. And you have your main Waze right there. Go home, you got your apps. Let's go to YouTube Music. What was I listening to last? Once it loads. Man, I don't know if it's the system. It's probably my phone in this case, but just taking a little while here. Let's open up Google Maps. There's your maps, looking very nice, good resolution, and settings. Okay, can we unplug and still use Android Auto? I don't think we can. Nope. So, wired Android Auto only, and wireless CarPlay. All right, let's get the music going again and get out on the road. lot of good we can pick up on here listening to this song. Good, crisp highs, fairly well balanced mid-range. All I'm lacking with the stock EQ, the bass EQ, I'd like a little bit more punch, a little bit more power. Fortunately, I can get that. I can go into the EQ and just bump bass up 1 or 2, bump the subwoofer up maybe 3 or 4. I'm just kind of surprised that the audio engineers didn't prescribe that and actually have that be the bass EQ setting. Speaking of bass, for this next one, let's turn the bass all the way up and see how it does. My thoughts on the 16 speaker Bang & Olufsen system here in the RS e-tron GT. I'm quite impressed. It's got a lot of good going for it. As I said earlier, I'm a bit surprised in the bass tuning, and I'm a little surprised that there's no mid-range setting. For any luxury car, anything over 6 figures, you should have a 9-band equalizer of adjustment, but you should definitely have more than just treble, bass, and then a subwoofer setting. All in all, this thing's getting an A. Not quite the impressiveness of an S-Class. Or S-tier, I should say. The only cars that have earned S-tier, they're typically large vehicles, either large sedans or SUVs, and they're the type where I get goosebumps when I turn up the music. Everything sounds so strong, powerful, crisp. Everything's tuned well. They usually have some gimmicks to go along with them. But I should say, objectively speaking, sound system is getting an A+. Subjectively, for a car of this size, kind of a sporty-oriented car, this is probably the best system I've heard. It's probably very, very tight. Well, actually, no, it is better than the 911 Turbo S Burmester. So, yeah, for a sporty car like this, excellent. Thank you all so much for watching. If you want to see even more on the sound system, sign up to become a Daily Motor member. Check the link in the description for our members-only sound test. And we'll see you on the next one. I'm Charlie from Daily Motor, and as always,